Hello, howdy, hi, how are you? Welcome to the read that we're doing today. It's going to be on Nikki McCain. Um, Here's where we unveil the secrets of the unknown using tarot to provide the answers on missing persons and unsolved cases. So I do have a couple questions I want to ask. I wanted to start out doing something different. I've got this Sacred Earth Oracle deck, and before I start asking the questions and drawing cards on what exactly happened in the disappearance and Nikki going missing, I thought it would be a good idea to use these oracle cards to find out first and foremost what kind of person, what type of person that Nikki is. So I'm going to start out with those. Okay, I'm going to draw 3. Alright, the first card is the Fortitude card. This is telling you that you are a mountain. The comings and goings of life may rage on the surface, but your inner center, your inner side, is strong, watchful, and enduring. It's a very strong individual. It's hard to break these type of people. The next card is space. This means it gives us space or room to know who we are. It's being empowered with boundaries, individuality, and freedom. And the third card is listen. Its meaning behind that is you can talk yourself in circles but remain unheard. Sound is wasted on those who's not going to hear. It's telling you to save your voice because you're going to learn more by listening than talking. It's a truth that needs to be heard. So that gives us a little insight into who Nikki is now. As far as the disappearance and the circumstances behind that, I'm just going to use a regular Rider-Waite deck for the missing answers. Nikki McCain. First question I'm going to draw for is going to be, what is this truth that needs to be heard that the listen card has indicated? What was Nikki's state of mind the day she went missing? See the events leading up to her disappearance. Circumstances behind her disappearance. See reasons for these circumstances. See who and what is responsible for her disappearance. The reasons or motives. Something that we should know about Nikki's disappearance. Location of where Nikki or something of evidentiary value to lead us to her can be found. And the next step to take, that would be putting us on the right path to finding Nikki and what has happened to her. Alright, first question. What is the truth that needs to be heard? Now, the card that I got for this is the Four of Swords. This represents fear, anxiety, stress. It's more to do with one's mental state rather than any problems, any actual problems. It's also a card of recuperation and hospitalization. And it shows you receiving spiritual support. I don't know if I can clarify on that. Does it feel like that feels like that would be some type of mental issues? Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is a very powerful intuition. It's representing the trusted inner voice, reminding you to focus on your own emotional health before you can try to help others. That's what I'm feeling like. Did Nikki have mental issues she was dealing with? That's a no card. It's also the devil card, which tells me that, the devil is being enslaved to something, being chained to something. It's an addiction. So, did Nikki have an addiction she was fighting? Yes. The next question was what her state of mind was the day she went missing, and that is the Fool card. The Fool card indicates new beginnings. It's of a positive value. It's also showing a new path that you will grow from, an experience that you're going to grow from. So I'm going to clarify that and ask, was Nikki seeking help for her addiction? Yes. Okay, the events leading up to her disappearance, and I've got the Seven of Pentacles. That signifies being at a crossroads. It's showing you needing to make a decision about which direction in life you're going to take. And it's also a card of planning and patience. Yeah, I feel like this is to back up the, was she seeking help? The yes from that. So, the circumstances surrounding her disappearance, I got the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands represents arguments, conflicts, it's fighting and disagreements. It signifies struggle, opposition, tempers flaring, clashing egos. It's also aggression, and it shows people being petty and just a sort of a chaos around the two of you. I kind of feel like this is a romantic link or a romantic connection. Somebody that either she's seeing or has been seeing or recently was seeing. Our next question is the reasons behind these circumstances. And this is the King of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, now see, this represents a male who is ruthless and corrupt. His greed knows no bounds. He's unfaithful. He's a cheater. And it represents this male energy losing their grip on things. It's taking ill-advised risk, making hasty decisions, and having poor judgment. So, who or what is responsible for Nikki's disappearance? I've got the Ace of Swords for that. That represents new plans and beginnings, having complete and total mental clarity, clear thinking. It signifies communication, sharing a vision, and the focus that you have on that vision. It also represents making the correct decisions, being assertive about these decisions, standing up for being, yes, this is the correct thing to do. And it's also taking back control of your life. So the reasons is the Three of Swords. This is a card of grief and loss. It's heartbreak. Now, this is represented by conflict, delusionment, and like serious misunderstanding. Now, this bringing upset and upheaval, and it indicates a betrayal of the romantic endeavor. It's a betrayal that's not going to be easy for you to brush off or just to be like, oh, okay, I forgive you and let's move on. It's not like that. It's something that's a betrayal that you're not gonna be able to see past. It's gonna leave a deep open wound there. So something to know about Nikki's disappearance, and that's going to be the Eight of Swords. Now, the Eight of Swords represents feeling trapped. It's having your hands tied, either literally or figuratively. It can be either or. In this case, I feel like that this is literally, not just figuratively. It's also signifying fear, terror, anxiety. It's a card of powerlessness, being silenced, and it's being in the middle of a crisis. It's also representing consequences and judgment. Next question was location. And for that, I'm just going to read the visual from the card, because I feel like that's where the clues are. And that's going to be the Page of Cups. Page of Cups, you see the page standing on dry land with water flowing behind him. So that's very, very specific. The last question is going to be the next step to take to get closer to finding Nikki, and that's the Six of Pentacles. That shows genuine support from your usual circle of friends and family, and it's telling you that to receive help from a person from your past, that this person is going to offer you help to definitely accept it and take it. So, what I feel like as a whole, I feel like that there's somebody that was a romantic part or her partner that either Nikki was currently seeing or had just recently separated from. And I feel like that this man is married to someone else and that she was the other woman. And I feel like that they done drugs together or some type of addiction together. And he wasn't happy about her taking the stand up to get herself clean and get off of drugs. I want to retract that. Either they did drugs together or that's what he used as means of control with her. Like, he provided her with the money for the drugs or the drugs. And that's how he kept control over her. So I think that when she has confided in him or told him that she was going to get some help and get this addiction arrested and put it behind her, that has set him off, because like I said, that was used as a means of control. Now with that, he's not going to have any control of her going and getting help or getting off these drugs. So going back to, the reasons the King of Pentacles reversed, we've got represents losing your grip on things. And this guy is ruthless and corrupt. His greed knows no bounds. He's unfaithful and a cheater, having poor judgment and making hasty decisions. I think it just popped off. And within this this argument, this role, this disagreement, this fight that they had, that he's lost his mind, he's lost his grip on things. And I think he's done something to her. Definitely do. And I think he's got her somewhere on dry land behind, on dry land with water flowing behind. So I truly feel like this is what this is. This is a crime of passion, so to speak. Let me ask, am I correct in my assessment or my analysis of the cards? Yes. Yeah. Wherever they find her, it's going to be on dry land with water behind her. All right, you all. Thanks for going through this reading with me. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in